When you're driven, every passing tick is another opportunity. The icon from Elegant, meticulously crafted to be timeless, reliable, and refined. A combination of luxury, top-grain Italian leather, and stainless steel unites for a stunning sight. Advanced yet affordable. The Icon Collection from Elegant, powered by your movement.
This video took forever to edit, and this video that you're actually watching right now took even more time to edit. So please, if you liked what you just saw, just stop for a second, pause the video. Did you pause it? And destroy the like button. It really helps a lot to my channel. It tells YouTube that this video is incredible and amazing. So please, just a little tap. That's just like boom. This was the ad that I had to do for a company called Elegant. Some of you might not know, but my full-time job is pretty much freelance and doing videos for free. But yes, I do short video commercials for social media, for brands, for Facebook, for Instagram, and so on. So in this video, I will be covering a couple of topics. First of all, preparing, planning, and props for the video. Then the gear that I used, which is lenses, cameras, lights, sliders, whatever, tripods, you name it. Next thing is the camera settings, of which was my frame rates, what resolution I was shooting on, log, C-log, raw, all those little details. Next we will cover sound design, all the sound effects that I used, including also music, where I get my music from, where I get my sound design from, all the little sound effects, how to search for them, and how to make sure your stuff is licensed. Also, I will break down how I got the script and the voiceover for this video. And last but not least is how I edited this video. I will not dive in really deep into this because this could be another video, different topic completely, but I'll show you and just tell you some of the techniques that I used to edit this video and some of the little tips that you could use to edit your own video like this. So first of all, this is the most important part of getting any video done, any commercial, trust me. It is planning the video to the point where you actually write the script every shot. Let me just show you guys the setup. I have a black paper, just a roll going all the way down on a table. I have my watches here. I'm gonna start with the brown one and two more here. And I also use this Manfrotto stand with the mount to hang the watch down on a little thread. So I can just have it in the air and have a black background. I will have to cut off basically my main light and everything gonna be just dark like that. And then with the small lights, I'm gonna be painting on the watch. And then also I got this $20 spinning plate. I don't know how you call it, but I'll also link it in the description so you guys could check it out. You'll just literally press the button and it starts spinning like that. That way I can, let's say, lay the watch down like this and get real tight on it, just on the details, and it's gonna be spinning to add some dramatic effect. Let's start with the fun one. Time to set up the fog machine. This is regular fog machine that you buy for Halloween. You can get it on Amazon. You just gotta not forget to get the fluid also. Let's set this up. The smoke was pretty cool, as you could see in this video. We had the whole apartment in smoke. Make sure you have your alarm, whatever, smoke detectors off, because it's gonna go off and you're gonna have a fire truck right here. All it was coming from this $40 machine from Amazon. I'll link it in the description, which will last you forever, and it also has different lights, so you can play with it and you can use it for any type of shoot, not just the watch video. Underwater shots, we used regular fish tank from Walmart, $20 I think. Make sure it is clean. It has to be super clean inside and out. It's better when it's like brand new. So a couple of tips of dropping the watch into the water. I actually would hold the watch down and drop it slower, but still hold it, and then bring it up at the end so it looks like it's going slower. If your camera doesn't shoot slow motion, like 120 frames per second or more. Also, for the fish tank scene, make sure everything else is black, meaning the bottom of the fish tank is black and the sides are black. I was using those foamy things from Walmart, $5 each. That's about it. Plain black, the sides, the bottom, the back, open area at the top, where you're gonna have only one source of light, just pointing down, and that is it. And I was using a Manfrotto stand that was holding one LED light from Newer. Again, all the tech, all the gear, all the lenses and little things that I'm talking in this video, I'm just gonna link it in the description. Since most of these shots I shot in macro, make sure the watch is clean. Like little dust particles that you don't even see when you shoot it, like bring it up to the computer and make sure you don't see those dust particles. And in some of these clips, I saw them and it was bothering me so much and I had to reshoot it a couple of times. All right, let's talk about gear. Probably my favorite topic. I can talk about this forever. It's funny because the camera body is $4,000, but the lens I used for like 95% of the time is a $200 Canon 100 macro 2.8. A lot of shots I was using 1.6 crop. Here I did it specifically in crop because I was getting much tighter details on the watch. That's how I was able to get really close shots of the watches. Most of these shots were shot in 4K and some of it I actually used an 8K. I was able to take an 8K clip, drop it on a 4K timeline and do whatever the heck I want with it. Like I could zoom it in more, I can rotate it pretty much in post. I could manipulate the video as much as I want and make it look like that's how I shot it. So it looks like I would zoom into the watch or pan or anything like that, but that was all done in post. I also used 24-70 2.8 to get a more wider shot. The lights I was using are pretty much these two little lights. One option is aperture. What is this? ALM9. I think it's about 60 bucks. It's pretty cool. You can take this off. It's a magnet and then you can put this little papers here, which could be like blue or yellow or whatever, and it will add warmth or coolness to your shots and it just snaps back in. And then also I was using this light, which is made by Joby. This is pretty cool. You can control it with Wi-Fi. You can just throw it in the water. It's waterproof. So I would be literally painting light as everything else would be shut off, like no lights, and I will paint with this light on the watch. And I would just have my cameras manual focus so it wouldn't hunt, and I would manually focus on the watch, hit record on the tripod and just do this, just random stuff. Now I am trying a different angle of the watch shot now, and I have a couple more lights because it wasn't enough again. So I have the one at the bottom just like before, but I also have a light on the side, as having the other light in here from Joby and having still this light in here, and trying to kind of get an angle from here. On this particular shot I also used a slider because I wanted like a tight shot on the watch. It's made by Ashanks. I believe it's about $300 range slider. I didn't even use the motors actually. I just used it manually and just made sure I get like a tight dolly shot to the watch. Now as far as camera settings, most of these shots I was using at aperture 2.8. Also my shutter speed was double the frame rate. So let's say if I was shooting real time in 8K, 24 frames per second, my shutter speed would be double, which is 1/50th of a second. And let's say when I was doing slow motion, dropping the watch in the fish tank, I was shooting 120 frames per second in 4K. And my shutter speed was 1/240th of a second, which is double of the frame rate. I was able to actually in post even slow it down more. So I slowed it down to pretty much as I would, let's say, shoot in 240 frames per second. And I just used optical flow. The camera kind of adds additional frames. I hope I don't sound confusing. If you have any questions, please comment below. I will literally reply to every comment. I got all the time in the world, so throw it at me. Also, one other thing to mention, I shot in C-Log, which allowed me to get more dynamic range and 10-bit color, and I was able to control my colors after. So I would get my contrast, shadows, saturation, highlights, all in post, where the camera shoots more in desaturated, really like grayish looking, no color profile, but you have more control after, and the quality is just so much better than just shooting in auto. And actually I made a video before where I talk about how can you edit real easy and quick footage that was shot in log. I'll link it. Moving on to sound design, and if you guys noticed, I've used a lot of sound effects in this video and I loved just experimenting with this. I used artlist.io to get all my sound effects. So by the way, you can use a free trial of artlist.io and you don't have to purchase it or anything like that. You can just check them out first and then you can decide if you want to get it or not. If you use my link in the description, you will get not just 1 free month, you will get 2 free months of unlimited used music. You can use it on any platform, whether it's YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, whether it's a commercial project, whether it is going on the news. I don't care, they don't care. One license covers it all. So this is my #1 place where I get all my music and sound effects. And the reason I really like it, especially their sound effects lately, because they've added a huge library. And what I like about it, where other websites will just let you search the sound effects by, let's say, train sound or car sound or whatever. Here they kind of have categories where you can just go and navigate through here, and says, let's say footsteps, whooshes, all of these little whooshes that we like that I use in this video, they all in here. Weather, technology, city, whatever. So what I used pretty much in this video is mix of whooshes and cinematic impact. So you can listen through each sound effect, and I like hearing them first and then drop it into a timeline. And sometimes you might not even know, but like this or that particular sound effect might sound really cool, let's say with this light going through the scene or something like that. So you might not know until you actually drop it on the timeline and then listen to it and maybe adjust it left or right a little bit, and then it might work for you. So that's kind of what I did. I did a whole mix, I'll show you guys on my timeline, of whooshes and cinematic hits, and then I dropped another layer of the actual song, and also got the voiceover, obviously, which you heard, and then you pretty much adjusted your levels of whooshes, sound effects, music, and voiceovers, so you would feel the balance of this whole music, sound effects, voiceover into like one unique I don't know, joint. And then as far as music, Artlist has an amazing catalog of music where I also like navigating through it, because you can pretty much navigate through mood, video theme, genre. So let's say if you want epic song for an epic video, exciting, happy, funny, carefree, playful, love, or you go by instruments, which is ethnic, keys, bells, vocals, whatever. And then or genre by classic, country, electronic, folk, funk, hip hop, whatever you name it. The best thing, it covers everything. That is my favorite thing, that I don't have to worry about anything. So don't forget to check out my link in the description, because you're not gonna get just 1 free month of music and all the sound effects in the world that you can think of, but actually 2 free months for you to play around, use, experiment with all the music, with sound effects they offer, and you can use it anywhere, like I said, and then from there you can decide if you want to continue or not. Anyways, moving on. The last thing that I wanted to talk about is script and voiceover, and this one's actually real easy, even if it sounds hard. It kind of added that little tweak to the commercial, which made it sound like, whoa, this is legit. So I got the script written by a fella from Ireland on Fiverr, and it is really cost effective. Pretty much you can give the artist the theme of the video, the specs of the watch, let's say, and they will figure out and come up with all these powerful, cool words. And then the voiceover, I looked through the huge library of voiceover artists on Fiverr again, and then ordered it and got it back within 24 hours. The guy sounded awesome. I mean, I'm probably going to be using him for all my other projects. I really like the way this guy sounds. And as far as editing, to spice up the video, to make it look not boring, I kind of already touched on this. I did a lot of things in post, even though probably 95% of the video was shot on a tripod, other than a slider, and I'm not even sure if I did any handheld shots. I did a lot of things in post, kind of zooming in, zooming out, rotating the video. Also, a lot of the clips and transitions, you probably guys noticed, I used a lot of flares and overlays, which made the video look more rich. You can actually find on artgrid.io. It's actually from Artlist, but they have stock footage instead of music, and there's a huge library of whatever the heck you need, you can find in there. Other than that, I used a lot of speed ramps where, let's say, I would rotate the watch slow, and then I would speed up real quick at the end of the clip, and then the next clip I would also start fast but then slow down, and it makes the video look more smooth and kind of like it flows and like supposed to be like that, even though it was shot all in the same speed. And then last but not least is color grading. Make sure every little clip you color graded and color corrected to give it specific look. So what I did, I usually have an adjustment layer across the board with a LUT that I use, and let's say I'll put it at about 70%, so it's not too harsh or whatever. It depends on your video, on your LUT. And then each an individual clip, I would actually color correct it individually. Make sure my highlights and shadows and contrast and luminance and this and that will look really good. I think that was about just it. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys to sticking to the end of the video. For those who watched and stick with me all the way until now, I'm like at 15-minute mark. I don't know, I've been rambling and talking here for like ever. Woo! I will show you guys 2 more videos that I actually did for this company, and it's pretty much the same setup but just 2 different watches. I hope you guys like it. They're only 20 seconds each, but they're pretty legit, I think. And they were shot pretty much exactly the same, sound effects, all the stuff we just talked about, copy and paste, just a little different look. I would really love to know which one of these 3 videos you guys like the most. Comment below to let me know, because I still don't know which one I like the most.
Impressionable, unique, the maestro from Elegant, This understated marvel is crafted with stainless steel, Italian leather, and mineral glass. Accurate and affordable, the Maestro delivers with automatic date and chronograph features. The Maestro collection from Elegant. Luxury perfected. Time. It's all we have. Seize the moment with the Chrono S from Elegant. This masterfully crafted watch is made with stainless steel and Italian leather. Month, day, time, and date, all at a glance. Luxurious, yet affordable. The Chrono S collection from Elegant. Crafted to make a statement.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video because it took so much freaking effort to do this, and I hope you guys enjoyed and you learned something new. Subscribe to my channel to get more videos like these. See you next time. Peace!